Hello, welcome to Friday on London Fan TV. Ali here, bringing you my review of the game at Selhurst Park between Crystal Palace and Spurs. And I have to say, a much improved performance, but I am happy to finally see this season over. Project Restart has almost felt like we've been forced to watch a series of X Factor every Saturday night, and seeing Roy on the touchline every week is a similar feeling to still seeing Louis Walsh on the judging panel. But it was an improved performance today. I have to say, man of the match for me is Jeffrey Schlupp. I've said in previous videos, in previous weeks, that I think Schlupp is a really important player to our system. He helps us counter at a much quicker pace. He can also seamlessly move between the left-back position to the centre, to countering on the left wing, like I said. And he was a big support today for Tyrick Mitchell on the left-hand side. But more importantly, he allows us to break free at a quicker pace and gives us more fluidity to the team, and a very well taken goal as well. So Jeffrey Schlupp, man of the match. Roy Hodgson's rating for the game, I'm going to give him a 6. I think he set us up well, and it was a good performance against an informed Tottenham team. But for me, the substitution on the 85th minute was the same old story. He brought Jeffrey Schlupp off, which first of all, I've got no issue with, because Schlupp has obviously just come back from an injury, so fair enough. But why bring on Luca, a defensive midfielder, when we are drawing a game of football? We could have still actually gone above Newcastle into 13th if we'd won that game. And he's bringing on a defensive midfielder. Why not use Max Meyer? Clearly, he's not a player that Roy fancies. If Roy is still here next season, I don't expect Max Meyer to be there. But the substitution for me is the embodiment of why I now think, and I'm going to come out and say this now, is I think it is time to move Roy on. He could be moved upstairs, but for me, that negative substitution is the tip of the iceberg for me. I just don't see things like that changing. The other big reason for me as to why I believe it's time for Roy to move on is I think we're going to see sweeping changes in the summer. Roy has just come out and said that Wilf has made it clear he wants to leave. I think potentially Sacco is going to Lyon, and could we potentially finally move Benteke on? That would be a lot of wages off our wage bill and give us scope to make some sweeping changes, re-energise this team, bring in some young, hungry players. Now, is Roy going to be around for a few years to see out that project? It feels like we're going to be at the beginning of a new project. Will Roy be there? He possibly 1 or 2 years maximum, you feel. So is it time, when we're making so much changes probably this summer in the playing personnel, to change the management as well? So for me, I'm at a point where I'm going to say I think it is time for Roy to move on. I don't really want it to be a Roy out. I'd rather see it as a thanks for everything you've done, Roy. Here's that bottle of wine you were asking for. Plenty more of that in the director's lounge where you can watch the games from next season. And I've just done a poll on social media about half an hour ago. Over 80% of you agreeing with me that you think it is time for Roy to move on. Anyway, that is the season done. I think it's going to be a big summer for Crystal Palace Football Club. A lot of changes in playing personnel. Will there be a change in management too? What do you think? Comment below. As always, do you think it's time for Roy to go? Did you agree with my man of the match selection in Jeffrey Schlupp? There'll be plenty more videos coming over the summer in terms of transfers. If you've liked what you've seen on this video today, please subscribe.